Good afternoon. Uh, Good afternoon. Today, I would like to do my assignment 6.5 capstone project, our final presentation for EDL 721 with Dr. Nixon. The capstone project that I chose to do today is on kindergarten. And the idea I wanted to follow up on was what route is best for a parent to take with their kindergarten child. I actually didn't compare. I actually did three modes. I did no kindergarten, I did half day kindergarten, and I did full day kindergarten. So, a couple things I wanted to just point out in my abstract would be in 35 states, 70 to 89% of the students attend full day kindergarten programs. Certainly, we can all agree that the current trend is moving in the direction of more and more full day kindergarten programs. Um, and it's a couple factors. It's not just that the states are mandating it, but there's a push from the parents, uh, as we will talk about, scheduling conflicts as well, and then certainly academics. My personal opinion has been organically generated through the last 32 years that I've been working with students. The last 14 years that I've been working have been strictly in kindergarten. And as you know, I'm in the Philadelphia School District. I've had the last 14 years of working with kindergarten children in classes of 30. Certainly, I feel that after 180 rigorous school days, full school days, that a student walking into the first day of kindergarten, first day of first grade, is better prepared than a student who went through a half day program or no program whatsoever. So, through the capstone project, I would like to prove that uh, hypothesis with you. But I will also point out the pros and cons of the no kindergarten as well as the half day, in fairness to all three uh, choices that a parent can make. All right, so let's move on. So, first, let's start with the no kindergarten. Certainly, there's pros and cons. So, let's look at the pros. A student who does not go to a kindergarten program before they walk into the first day of first grade, they do get to stay at home an extra year with their family or their caregivers or at their daycare setting. And they certainly have a more relaxed first 5.5 to 6 years of their life. So that's certainly a pro. And I'm going to cite some evidence here. More academic minutes in the classroom does not necessarily mean that there's going to be academic success for students. And that was a study done by Bizzano. Now, let's go to the no kindergarten cons. Students that don't attend any form of schooling prior to entering the first day of kindergarten and or first grade won't be as familiar with how public education and the rigors of scheduling work when they enter that first grade. So we all know from being in the institution that you need to be in at a certain time, you need to leave at a certain time, you have specials at a certain time. Everything starts the rigorous scheduling process that people follow day to day. So the students that miss this year, they certainly will be a step behind those that have gone through the process. Um, in a study done by Boardman in 2002, teachers cited as deficits students' lack of experience in full time school routines and that the challenge for parents associated with half day attendance. So, this one here, it actually points out for those that didn't and those with a half day, how they were a little bit behind those that went, right? So that was the no kindergarten pro and the no kindergarten con. So now let's take a look at the half day. Looking at the half day pros, we're gonna again cite two studies. This one is by Hatcher and Schmidt in 1980. Based on the findings from Hatcher on studies conducted in Minnesota and Wisconsin, children who attended kindergarten for a half day program will test the same as students who attend a full day. So, based on that, whether you go half or full, you're still going to walk out in first grade the same academically. Another pro to a half day kindergarten program is by the start of the first grade, performance had reversed for full day graduates, while it had for half day peers who had maintained the literacy gains made during kindergarten. So, by both of these studies, the Hatcher and Schmidt and by the Zvak, children that went half day academically were able to keep up with the full day. So, half day has a lot of merit to it. Now, let's look at the cons. Half day kindergarten students performed worse than their full day kindergarten counterparts. According to research that followed 600 students in Ontario, Canada, from kindergarten all the way through second grade, study done by Hinton. And then using multi level methods, we show that children who attend schools that offer full day programs learn more in literacy and in math than their half day counterparts. So they are the cons there. They are making gains, they are making strides, they are learning, they're getting the rigorous scheduling, but they're not getting everything based upon these two studies that we cited here. They're keeping up, but they're not excelling past. And then also in the Lee study here, definitely they started to see movement in literacy and in math. So let's get to the full day. Now, the full day is where my abstract hit. And I believe that students benefit best when they attend a full day kindergarten program. So, again, I just want to go straight to the research. All right, I'm trying not to go too biased. Based on research, Bernstein studies, including one from the University of Virginia, indicate sizable learning advantages for students who attend full day kindergarten. And Cryan in 1992, results from both phases of the study indicate that participation in full day kindergarten is positively related to subsequent school performance, at least through the first grade. So keep in mind, I'm not talking about long term in my capstone. I'm talking about those first 2, 3, 4 years that a student walks into that elementary school. Why not put them in a full day program so that way that they're at least at the front of the class or they're ahead of the class based on these studies that we're talking about? Student walking into first grade who's never walked into a classroom before has a lot to learn quickly on their feet. Student who did the half day at least has the fighting chance. Student who did the full day definitely has, look at that, sizable learning advantages, and also has the full day kindergarten positively related to subsequent school performance, at least through first grade. So if we can provide that strong foundation for these children, they will grow to learn success that will bring contentness, and then they will be happier in school. Once they realize that they can do school, and it's going to be a heck of a lot easier for them. Now, I didn't want to go bias on it, so I did want to put that there are some full day kindergarten cons. So let's go to two more studies. Bernstein in 2018, results were mixed. Study from Duke found that whatever benefits that were gained by students who attended the full day kindergarten, they disappeared by third grade. So, as I just mentioned in the previous slide, it doesn't mean that their lifelong academic success is going to be more than someone in half or no participation. But for the first 2, 3, 4 years, yes, it will give them a little bit of an advantage. But a con is by the end of third grade, fourth grade, all the children should be about at the same playing field. Attending full day kindergarten is found to have no additional effects on students in families with income below the poverty threshold, despite claims by some advocates that full day kindergartens are beneficial for the most disadvantaged students. I thought that was groundbreaking when I read that as well, and that was done by Cannon and others in 2005. So the conclusion to my capstone 6.5 assignment for Dr. Nixon, one way between groups and repeated ANOVA were used to compare the means of literacy scores at the end of kindergarten and then at the end of third grade after compiling quantitative data. And as you can see here, the findings indicated mixed results regarding the impact of the kindergarten. So I didn't want to clearly say that, yes, they must go, but it is my contention that if a parent, and I am a parent, was given the choice of a full, a half, or no, I would try to put my son or daughter into a full day program because, again, I'm going to talk about those early foundational years. And if my daughter knows by the first 2 or 3 years in school that she has a leg up, that she has success, she understands the scheduling, she understands the rigorous work that is expected of her, well, then she will then rise to the occasion and at least give her a distinct advantage the first 2, 3, 4 years in an elementary school. So, my conclusion, and as I stated in the abstract, is that I believe that students should attend a full day kindergarten. Attached on the remaining slides will be the references that I spoke of, and I listed 15 of them over the next couple slides. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.